It was a special time in Newton County recently as Tales of the Dairy Godmother, a children's book about the dairy industry, turned 1 year old. It was definitely special for Ward Jenkins, the man behind the illustrations in the book. Jenkins is an artist from the suburbs who, before starting this project, had never stepped foot on a farm in his life and had to visit a few dairy farms before he could get started. And one of those farms just so happened to be in Newton County.
I toured 3 different farms, one of them being Rock House Creamery, and then 2 others, all with different sizes, which is also important. So you can see the similarities, but the differences where whereas the Rock House had a creamery, where they actually processed the milk, and for me that I didn't know that, I didn't understand what that meant. So that was actually important. So going through the actual physical walking through the farms and seeing it firsthand in person was very important. I took many photos, took some video to see, and I asked a lot of questions, and the farmers are great. And for me, I approached it as like I'm basically like that inquisitive kid in class who's always raising their hand. It's like, well, where's the milk? Where's the milk come from? How does ice cream get to be ice cream? And so I took that approach in making this book, because that's basically what I want to know. I want to know about the process of how we get milk to become ice cream.
If you take a look through the pages, you can see all of the detail that went into the illustrations, which to no one's surprise took some time. But Jenkins says it was necessary to make the book as accurate as possible, that way kids won't have any misconceptions.
Whether it may not be part of the story, it was still important for at least, especially for what Feeding Minds wanted to portray, is to make sure that these books are accurate, so they can see that there are a lot of things that go into, especially like safety and testing and that sort of thing when it comes to milk and the processing itself. I think it's important for kids to be able to see the information, the details in the making of the process of milk, because I know that farmers would want to see that. And there's a great appreciation again of the connection between what farmers do, what cows provide, and for the children to be able to understand and fully appreciate the entire process of milk processing into ice cream.
The goal of the book is, of course, to teach kids a little about how the dairy industry works. And while that hopefully will be the case, one thing we know for sure is that Jenkins himself now has a better understanding of the industry and a new appreciation for ag, a wish that no one saw coming, except for maybe the Dairy Godmother.
Meeting the farmers, getting up close with the cows, being in person on the farms was my favorite thing. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have free ice cream, but the best thing for me was this entire experience has been fantastic, just because I have an incredible appreciation for the ag industry, especially the dairy farmers.
Reporting in Mansfield for the Farm Monitor, I'm John Holcomb.
After the